Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my April budget summary. So I'm going to go over all of my spending for April. If you haven't been following my budgeting videos, I'm going to have a playlist linked below so you can check them all out. I started budgeting in January because last year I was on disability for 6 months and we just had a lot of financial struggle. And I just really don't want to find ourselves in that position again. So we're trying to budget and we're learning, and you guys have been supporting us so much and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to go over all of our spending for April. I did a video where I put out our budget outline, what we expected to spend, because it's really important that you know how much you think you're spending on things and how much you're actually spending so you can make adjustments and just save more money and pay off debt. So I'm just going to go over everything with you, all the numbers. For the credit card, we paid $200, which is what we projected we would pay for that. My dental bill was $57, just like we predicted. Our rent was the same, $15.62. For Netflix and Hulu, we paid $22. That's definitely not a necessity. If we needed to cut anything, that would be the first thing we would cut. But for now, for $22 for the month for entertainment, for the kids watching their iPads, and for my husband and I watching Netflix and Hulu, we just think that $22 is super worth it. Our cell phone, we have Metro PCS. It's $92 every single month. My husband and my phone, that's together. Car insurance, our car insurance is $127. That's full coverage for my husband and I on both of our cars. And that's what we spent. For groceries, our budget is $400. It used to be $300, but we wanted to try to be eating healthier, eat more seafood, and just spend more money on more quality food instead of a lot of cheap fillers like oatmeal and rice and pasta and things like that. So we did increase our grocery budget recently to $400, and this month we spent $400 exactly, so we did great on our grocery budget. And if you want to see my hauls, I have them all on my channel so you can see exactly what we're buying for all of our groceries. All right, now this is where we differed a little bit than projection. For cash envelopes, I had $200 projected, and I mean, we have not really used a cash envelope system before. This was our second month really fine-tuning it, and we did okay. We projected $200. We used $300, and you're gonna be like, Ashley, what happened? A whole $100 extra dollars. We're trying to figure out how much we need for the month and what's realistic for us. And this month I ended up using $60 for couponing. So I know you're like, oh my gosh, couponing $60. But that money was more invested because I haven't couponed in a really long time. So right now I have like $50 in points for Walgreens, and I have like almost $30 in extra bucks for CVS. So that money wasn't really spent as couponing. I mean, it was, but at first, to like get started again, I needed to put some money into couponing so that I can build up those points in extra bucks. So I have more than $60 sitting in extra bucks and balance rewards points for Walgreens, but I had to get that money to put into it to earn those points and those extra bucks. And now when I'm couponing this month, I can just roll and roll all month and not have to worry about any extra money for couponing. So that's for household items and things like that. So we did spend $60 extra this month for couponing, and then my husband and I both took out $20 extra because we ran out of money too soon in the month. So I need to really subcategorize my cash envelopes instead of just general, like $60 for the kids stuff, because it works because it makes it more simple instead of having like 100 different envelopes and taking it from the right one and everything. But I just need to make sure that the right amount of money is allocated to each specific thing. But for now, we're still keeping it the way it is. But next month, I really think, not for May, but for June, I think I'm going to categorize our cash envelopes more. So let me know what categories you have for cash envelopes, because we did run out of money through the month. And then it's hard too because my husband and I both spend money equally, so Our cash envelopes aren't in one envelope. He has some and I have some. I'll show you how we separate that in my May projected budget and cash envelope billing video, and that'll be right after this one. So we ended up spending over $100 or about $100 more in cash this month than normal. Internet projected $80, we spent $75. Speech was projected $80 and we spent $60 because Savannah was sick one day, so she didn't go to speech. It's $20 a week and we're doing that until July. Our gas for our car is projected at $250 and we spent $251.90. So we were really good with our gas, except usually we get all of our gas at Costco, and this time like 3 different times we got gas at Chevron. So it definitely makes a huge difference when we're not getting gas at Costco, I've realized. And the reason we didn't get gas at Costco is because we waited till the last minute and the Costco lines were crazy this month for gas. So we did go over a tiny bit in gas. Projected for electric bill was $50. We spent $21. I asked in my last video what we should do with the extra money if our electric bill is lower, and somebody suggested just paying $50 every month for our electric bill and having a surplus to where we're overpaying so the next month it's cheaper. I don't know how that will work. I mean, I think it'll work because I know in the summer our electric bill is going to be higher. So if we have that extra that we overpaid, I'm sure that that's going to, it'll cover when we use more electricity in the summer. So I'm going to do that for this month. This month I didn't do it for April, but in May I'm going to do that. I'm going to just pay $50. Our electric bill is going to be less, so we'll have overpaid, so that'll make up for some of summer when our bill's higher. So I'm going to definitely try that out. So thank you guys so much for that suggestion. And then healthcare, we have budgeted $115. That is for my medication, my daughter's medication, allergy medication, doctor's appointments, and such like that. And we spent $75 actually, but I used that extra $30 to stock up on things like Claritin for my daughter Savannah. She has allergies. My husband has allergies. And some lotion for my psoriasis. So I did stock up on some stuff with that extra money, and I used it all. And then for our savings, that's new this month, is I'm putting $25 into our savings automatically, just so if there's no money left over at the end of the month, at least something's going into our savings. So our projected budget was $3,313. We spent $3,358, so we did go over a little bit. And yeah, our estimated income was $3,400 and our actual income was $3,721. So we had an extra amount of $363.22. Now, after I take that difference of how much we actually made and how much we actually spent, you're like, great job, Ashley, $363 extra dollars. Not quite. We did use our debit card this month, which we try not to use, but I had purchased, this is going to be a funny story, I had purchased my husband these shirts on clearance because he really needed some clothing, and I used our cash envelope for, we have cash envelopes for like my husband and my clothing, and we just haven't really put money in there yet because we haven't had extra money to be filling up all these cash envelopes yet. We have like a vacation envelope and things like that that we haven't put money into yet. We do have an extra paycheck in May where I use those extra paychecks and that extra income to fill our cash envelopes. And I had purchased these 2 shirts from Target on clearance, and my husband loved them. They're like a activewear shirt, white long sleeves. He can wear them under his work shirt to stay warm because he works super, super early in the morning where it's really cold outside, and he can wear them to the gym, so they're like dual purpose. He really needed long sleeve white shirts. I got him 2 at Target. They were like $3.99 on clearance. Well, he liked the shirts so much that he purchased 2 more at Target.com for like $19 each. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that kills me. My heart hurt. So $40 more was spent on 2 shirts at Target by my husband, but he really never buys himself anything, so I can't be too upset. But I'm just thinking, like, I bought those shirts on clearance for $3.99, and then he bought them on Target.com for almost $20 each, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it hurts my heart to buy anything full price. So yeah, so $40 was spent on his 2 shirts, And then he also took Scarlett to Payless and got her 2 pairs of shoes. And then before that, I had bought her 1 pair of shoes on Payless.com. So we spent $30 on Scarlett on shoes for this month. And we just didn't have money in the cash envelope to pay for that. But she literally outgrew her shoes twice. So in the beginning of the month, she needed a new pair of shoes. I ordered them a size up and they came and they barely fit. So she wore them for about a week and a half to 2 weeks, and then we had to buy her another pair of shoes. So when my husband took her for her shoes, he bought her 2 pairs. They were buy one, get one half off, and he had a coupon. But yeah, we spent $30 on 3 pairs of shoes for Scarlett for this month. And guess what? She's almost outgrown them again. And I'm just like, I can't wait for summer. She can just be barefoot because she's just going through shoes like crazy. So yeah. So we ended up with a surplus of $293.22. And then I put $90 from that into our cash envelopes, and I filled up our envelopes for my husband and my envelope and the kids' envelope with just some of extra money, because we obviously need to have some money in there because when things happen, there's no money in there. So we put some money in there. So I put $90 in there, and I put $200 in our savings account. So now our total in our savings account is $662. So that's how much we're able to save just by keeping track of our budget for January, February, March, and April. So I'm super excited. Everything's paid. We're having a savings built up. We're not paying off our credit card yet. I am going to try and get our savings to $1,000 before we put more on our credit card. So we are paying it off, but I want to start putting more and more on it just to like get it knocked out and not have to worry about that debt. So yeah. So I'm going to do another video with our projected May budget, and I'm going to put how we're doing our cash envelopes and let you see how that process is. So make sure you check that out, and thank you so much for following our budgeting journey. I hope these videos help you. This video was kind of sporadic and like awkward because it's already like a week into May, and I did this a long time ago. I actually finished up our budget a few days before the end of April, but we were really sick last week, so we didn't, I didn't get to film. So I'm trying to remember what we spent our money on last month because it's already like partway through May. But yeah, I'm sorry this video is so late. We were just all got a really nasty cold last week. So hopefully we have good health in May, and we have some good budgeting in May, and we can save some more money because it's really taking a weight off the shoulders to know that there's some money in that savings account just in case something happens, and that we're being more organized, and we're not having to worry like what bill we're going to pay this month. Like we can pay all of them. So it's just such a blessing. We're so thankful. So we just want to be knowledgeable and responsible with our money and know where it's going. So little steps, you can do it. You can budget. Just start counting it all, writing it all down. And before you know it, you can start budgeting too and saving some money and just being more secure with your finances. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time with another money saving video. Bye guys.